Hello and welcome to Love Talk. When love talks, the world listens. I'm your girl, also ravishing.
And I'm Boogie. And welcome. We're back, y'all. So happy
We're
to see
back.
everybody. Thank you all for being here. Today, we have another amazing special guest, a vibrant content creator with a green thumb, a love for guitar strings, who's always offering amazing tips. So, we're going to welcome to the stage today Miss Nancy Green.
Yay! Nancy doll.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So
Happy to have you here.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
thank you for joining us. So, Nancy doll, we're gonna play a little game.
Oh, no.
And the name of the game is Guitarist or Made Up Wizard. Dun dun dun. And how the game works, me and Boogie, we're going to read out a name with a little description. It could be a real guitarist or a completely made up wizard.
Okay.
What you have to do, you have to guess if it is a guitarist or a made up wizard.
Okay.
If you get it wrong, you will have to make a guitar solo, perform it with your mouth and use your hands working the guitar.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You want me to go first, so you want to go?
Okay. I have Mr. Tharnock, the Thunder Hand. He make them guitar strings thunder, explode. Is that a guitarist or a wizard?
A wizard.
You got it right.
Ooh, okay.
I ain't heard him before.
Okay. My turn. So I have Buckethead the Almighty. Buckethead is known for wearing a KFC bucket on his head. Buckethead has released over 300 albums, roughly 298 more than any normal human could handle. Is Buckethead a real guitarist or a wizard?
Oh, wow. Gonna have to take a guess, I guess. Maybe this is some newfangled thing. I'm gonna say guitarist.
Yes, you got it right.
She know her stuff.
She know her stuff. Okay. That was fun.
Do you have a favorite guitarist, though, by the way?
You blinked out for a favorite
Guitarist, like who? A favorite musician?
Oh, yes, David Gilmour.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Let me write
For the chat that doesn't know, Miss Nancy Green does play the guitar, so we figure we played a fun game with her.
Yeah, and she knew that game. She know her wizards and her guitarists. Okay. So now let's get on to the questions.
Yes.
Want me to go?
Let me go first. Sure.
Okay.
All right. So, Miss Nancy, I understand that you are currently single right now. How do you feel about dating apps and just the modern dating culture as a whole right now?
Well, oh boy, I don't think a lot of it, honestly. I tried a dating app a couple of times, and it was just not successful for me. It just feels really unnatural and scary, and I tried it, and it just didn't work out for me. I just don't get it. I don't really, and I haven't dated in 15 years, so I don't even know what the culture is now. Only thing I know to do is the way I used to date, but I don't know. I don't know if people are still dating like that anymore. So I just don't know what the modern culture is really. I wasn't able to really catch on to how the app thing goes. It just seems like a sort of game of back and forth texting, and cat and mouse game. I don't know. I don't like to play games. So I just said, well, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I just opted out of the app thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's definitely not for everyone. I always ask that question because I feel like it's really mixed. Like it's like some people love it, they give it a
Yeah.
shot. Some people feel
Yeah.
like it's, like not for them.
And I've heard a lot of people say they do like it, and they've met people on there, and they've had a good time, or they've met the love of their life even. But
Yeah.
it just didn't work for me.
Yeah. Okay.
That's okay because yours could be coming from YouTube, you know? You never know.
You never know.
Who knows? It's a big world out there.
It's
It is.
possible.
And a lot of people are on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So my first question is, looking back, how would you describe the last 10 years of your life since your divorce?
Busy, just really busy because I was, my kids were still pretty small when I divorced, and because I had kids late in life, and I was so busy with them. I was so busy with working, paying rent and bills. I was homeschooling my son from grade 8 through 12. And then my mom, after they got grown and, off to school and everything, I took care of my mom until she passed away. So just the past 2 years, I have been, on my own or free to even think about doing anything.
Mhm.
So it was just a busy time. That's the best way I can describe it. Just
Mhm.
busy taking care of a lot of people.
I understand.
And I'm, happy that I was there and able to do that, and because I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I can imagine, by yourself and
Yeah.
having little kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Busy would be the word.
Yes, that's the word.
What red flags would you never ignore now that you overlooked in the past, if any?
Oh, like in relationships or
Yes.
meeting somebody. Yeah. I think the number one for me is love bombing. Right out of the
Mhm.
gate, just heavy love bombing. That is a red flag for me.
Mhm.
Or wanting to know too much real personal information too fast, moving too fast, trying, if I get any signs of somebody being possessive or clingy, those are red flags too.
Okay.
Mhm.
I have a quick follow up to that because I love the love bombing conversation.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
what is love bombing to you? For those
Okay.
that might not know.
Wow. Okay. Well, love bombing would be to me that, I mean, you kind of know it when you see it. It's like anybody who just comes on real strong and starts saying things like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You're, just like too much,
Mhm.
and or you're just, I can't even think of any example. I just know it when I see it or hear it. But just coming on too hot and heavy and smothering you too much in the beginning, too many flowers and too many gifts or too many compliments. You just
Mhm.
know it when you feel it.
Yeah.
What love bombing is.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay. When did you first start playing the guitar and singing?
Oh, I was about 12, and I just started trying to learn chords and play little songs. I played at school and with my friends, and I played a lot until about till after I got married. After I got married, I kind of put it down, and then I would pick it up off and on, and then after that I had kids and was so busy with everything. I didn't even play at all. I just have picked it up again like 2 years ago. I just started back playing again. It was kind of like starting over. I did remember a good bit. You have muscle memory that kind of comes back. But yeah, so I've been playing off and on since I was 12, but just recently picked it back up and got serious about it. Start trying to learn some new songs and go learn some new lessons on YouTube University, know, and there's a lot of good teachers on there. So I've been going on there and trying to learn some new songs. And I like to play with my family. I like to play with my son. That's one the most fun things I do is play guitar with my son. That makes me feel so good. So, and he's taught me a lot. It's funny because I taught him to play when he was little, and he learned how to play, and then he got better than me. So now I'm kind of taking lessons from him.
Quick question, since you said that. Have you ever thought about giving guitar lessons?
Oh no, I'm not that
No.
good.
Oh.
No.
You I think you would be, but
I could teach, children,
yeah, that's what I
to
meant,
learn.
like
Yeah,
children.
I could teach children how to play basic chords and things like that, but I don't know. I'm not good enough to be a teacher. Because I have such high standards with that stuff.
Mm.
I wouldn't want to teach anybody. If I would teach
Okay.
somebody, but I wouldn't charge them, I wouldn't want to get paid for it.
I don't know. Nancy Green, you gotta get that green,
Nancy Green might like to get that green. You're right.
Okay. Okay. So what are some of the joys of being single that you may not have appreciated before?
Oh, there's a lot of those.
All right.
Just number one, freedom. You can do what you want to do when you want to do it, go where you want to go. You don't have to say, hey, I'm going here. Is it okay? Or, I can wear what I want to wear. Nobody's going to say, what you wearing that for? What you got that lipstick on for? I can just be myself and do what I want to do. So that's the best thing about it,
Okay.
Just freedom.
Okay.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Okay.
All right. Right. Silly.
How has creating content on YouTube changed your life?
Oh, that's really helped me get to know myself more, because I was so busy for so long with life, with raising children, taking care of my mom, which I'm so happy I did. Thank God I was able to. But I kind of left myself out, and I don't even know who I was for a while. And so when I started creating content, I started to get to know myself. Like, wow, and it's actually increased my, the way I feel about myself. I've got more, oh gosh, I'm having trouble thinking of words. More self-confidence, have more self-confidence now. And I still got a little bit of that cringe factor going when I watch my stuff, but it's gotten a lot better. And just, even when you're trying to think of content, come up with content or whatever, that puts you in a creative mode and helps you to, like, you're searching your brain. You're like, wow, I didn't even know I felt that way about this subject or whatever. So yeah, it's really helped me to get to know myself better and to feel more confident.
Okay. Well, from me, I'm a subscriber to your channel.
Thank you.
And I just want to say you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really trying. I'm trying to do, some things that will be helpful to somebody. I feel like if I help at least only one person, then I've done a good job. I've done my job. So
That's right.
thank you for saying that, though. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's my turn.
Mhm.
How do you show love to yourself now?
Mm.
Just by, just like I said, having more self-confidence. And, I take more time to reflect on my life and to appreciate myself more. And I've started a new thing where I'm just trying to be positive every day and to stop complaining about an ache or a pain or the weather's too hot. And, I feel like I'm going to love myself more if I'm more positive and I'm not in that kind of mindset. So, and also just doing little things for myself, like going for a walk or, taking a bubble bath or, I mean, just little stuff really,
Mhm.
and just trying to appreciate who I am more, because there was a time in my life where I didn't really have confidence and was in a relationship that was not a good relationship. And I had bad feelings from that because it made me feel like I was inadequate when actually I wasn't. But, you have to learn that sometimes through it. But yeah, just appreciating who I am and celebrating life every day.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
awesome.
Because quick, you said something about um like not worrying, just being happy. And I always tell people that you can stress, but how is that working out for you? Because you're
Right.
stressing, but it's nothing is gonna change.
Exactly.
But
And
yeah.
you're just building up more cortisol in your belly and, getting, it's not doing anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're so right. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What does a fulfilling day look like for you now?
Just getting up, number one, getting up and going in there, getting my coffee and, saying a prayer, meditation, and just getting
Mm.
started for the day. Just getting my basic things done, cooking a meal for my family, maybe doing something creative,
Mhm.
playing my music or spending time with my family, making a YouTube video. Um, just the simple pleasures of life.
I
Yeah.
love
That's a
that.
fulfilling day for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So first off, are you looking for a companion?
Well,
Open to it.
I am open to it. Yes. I'm very happy with myself right now. I'm very happy with my life. I'm in the best place I've ever been. I feel the best about myself. I have the happiest life I've ever had. And I feel like that's probably the best time to have a companion is to have somebody to share with. If you're
Mhm.
happy, you're not needy. So you're not looking for that. You're just looking for somebody to have fun with, to share happy things with. And that's what I'm looking for. I would like to date. I think it would be fun to have a friend, and I really think that's how you should go about dating is
Mhm.
just go with a friend and say, let's just go out as friends with no pressure. We don't have pressure to feel like, oh, we got to be romantic, or is he going to touch me? Is he going to try to kiss me? All of this, don't even worry about that. Just say, hey, let's go to the classic car show next weekend. How about it, buddy? you know
Mhm.
then if you click, if things go good, and if you've got some chemistry, you will know from just kind of hanging out as friends.
Yep.
Something can go from there. I think that's how I want to approach it from now on. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but
No, I definitely
i,
do.
I think I heard somebody else say this. I don't know if it was on Love Talk. It might have been on Love Talk, saying,
Mhm.
to just like go on a picnic somewhere, just instead of like going to a romantic dinner or something where you feel pressure, just go outdoors, like go on a hike or go on a picnic in the park or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a good way to approach it. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm definitely open to that. I would love to just have somebody to share things with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Really quick, because I think me and sis always talk about this, like the friend part.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe, and I know sis do too, that be friends first, become friends,
Yes.
and then move on into that relationship. Because any two people can get together as girlfriend and boyfriend, or husband and
Right.
wife, but when you form that friendship first and then you go into that relationship as girlfriend, boyfriend, and then wife
Yes.
and husband, it's so much better.
Yes. That's sustainable,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
if that's what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The best.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Was it a conscious decision not to date after your divorce, or did life just unfold that way for you?
Oh, life just be lifing. It just,
Mm,
that's just the way it happened. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was so busy.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. And I'm just now not busy. Now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, that's just the way it unfolded.
Yeah. Okay.
So in a companion, because we talked a little bit about it and about friends first and not keeping it simple. What type of traits would you like in this companion?
Oh wow. Um,
That's a good one.
Independent,
Mm-hmm.
um, confident. Ditto Mama Bowman, what she said. No, wait a minute. I got to do my own thing. Let's see. Independent, confident, um, someone who loves to be outdoors, someone who loves to walk on the beach, um, go fishing, go to classic car shows. Um, just a nice person, not anybody that's going to be overwhelming or overly protective, or not overly protective, but what's the word? Clingy,
Mhm.
possessive and clingy. That can't be a part of it.
Yeah.
Just an overall nice person. I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we have independent. What was the other one?
Confident.
Confident and a nice person
Oh, and funny.
and funny.
Yes,
Yeah,
funny. That's important there.
yeah.
Okay, single men. Y'all heard them.
Right.
All right. Let's see. What lessons did your marriage teach you, good or bad, that still shape your life today?
um, don't get married for the wrong reasons. That's number one. That's the most important one. Um, love yourself no matter what somebody's telling you.
Mhm.
Um, you need to take time out for yourself instead of putting it 100% into everybody else. And
I agree.
yeah, that's the main things.
Yeah, I agree because sometimes this had happened to me before. Sometimes when you're married and you have children, so you are a wife, a mom, sometimes you can lose yourself.
Yes,
And because you're taking care of everything else, the household, the
yes,
business, the children, whatever. And
yes,
I had to step back and be like, wait a minute, you know?
exactly.
But now it's like, okay, also, I gotta take care of myself too.
Also
Just
matters.
yeah, also man.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I understand what you're saying about that. Yeah.
right, right.
Okay.
How would you say that your views on love or relationships changed at all over the years?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm.
I guess maybe I'm less likely to be. Well, it's probably part has to do with aging too, but love is. I don't know. I might still get that little giddy feeling if I fell in love. Um, it's and I can't say that it wouldn't be relations wise, but yeah. I mean, so I don't know. Maybe I haven't changed very much.
Yeah,
Maybe
and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that giddy feeling.
no, I don't
Mhm.
either.
Yeah.
Or the physical attraction even, heck, I haven't had that in so long. I would like a little physical attraction.
Yeah. All
I
right.
know that's right.
you know
Um,
I mean, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
mhm. Do you feel like age has become a superpower for you? And if so, in what ways?
Yes, just in the sheer fact that I've been on the planet for so long, and I've learned so many things and witnessed so many things and seen so many things and heard so many things. It gives you somewhat of a superpower, I think. just to have witnessed so much and, have learned so much from life and, have had time to mull it all over and think about it and use it, use things that you've learned from that. So yes, it's definitely a superpower.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you say, and I know we're going a little backwards, but when you got divorced, because I know you mentioned self-love and how it's important. Do you think the divorce shaped your self-worth or identity at all?
Well, coming out of it, I was just a total wreck. I had zero self-confidence. I thought, I was like, I weighed like 300 pounds. I was just like you know, I just felt worthless and useless and, everything negative you can think of. So, and it took me a while to overcome that and to start to think, hey, wait a minute, I am something, I am somebody. But it just doesn't happen overnight. It's like a process that you have to go through after something painful. After a painful relationship, or, if it was abusive in any way, you have to kind of go through a process of healing.
Right.
I don't know if that's the right answer for the question you asked me.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real answer. I get it. Yeah, you have to go through it. Yeah.
A process of healing.
Yeah. So, would you be up to getting married again, or would you rather just date?
Right
Just
now,
be in a relationship.
I probably just like to date right now. A
Mhm.
marriage would have to be something extremely special,
Yeah.
And I don't know about extremely. I never really had extremely special, so I don't know what that looks like. So I think I just want to date.
By you saying that, I want to ask something. I hope I can ask it right. By you saying you never had nothing extremely special, you know
Yeah.
how some women, not all, when they're not used to something and they meet a man and the man treats them right, how they start confusion because they're not used to that. That's not
Yes.
familiar to them. So would you think you would recognize it and you won't fight it off if a man do come and show you, hey, I really do care about you, I want to be in a relationship with you, by you not seeing that before, would
Yeah.
you open it, like would you accept it with open arms?
Oh, so that is very interesting because I have thought that. I have thought if I did see good, would I recognize it?
Yeah.
Would I even recognize it? Of course I would accept it, but if you've been in like a one bad relationship after another, you have to be careful when you clear up out of that to not go back to that. So you have to be cautious. That's why red flags are so important to pay attention to. So yes, that is an excellent question. And it's yes. Oh yeah, I would definitely accept it, but would I recognize it? That's the scary part for me. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like I maybe I would be so, I would be putting up such a boundary that maybe I wouldn't let it in or accept it. But that's what I want to work on and not do that,
Yeah.
because I love men. I think the majority of men are wonderful. And I think they have been given kind of dealt a kind of bad hand sometimes, and, we hate on them or whatever. I don't do that, just because, you've had some bad experiences doesn't mean all men are bad. No.
Right.
I know there's some sweet, wonderful men. I've got a son-in-law who's sweet. I've got a son who's sweet. I've got two brothers I love. I know there are men out there who are awesome, So I just hope, yes, that I could be open to that, if I did see it,
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy, sis, that you asked that because that's such a big thing. And even myself, now that I'm newly dating, I think about that too, because I don't want to not be able to recognize things or self-sabotage. And that's another
Yes.
reason, Miss
That's
Nancy,
the word.
why that's another reason, Miss Nancy, why I asked you about the love bombing, because personally, and we're gonna have a future episode on it, but I feel two ways about love bombing because I hear it a lot, but sometimes I feel like people speak about love bombing from a hurt place.
Yeah.
And I feel like everything is not love bombing if someone
Yeah.
treats you well, you know what I
Right.
mean? Or especially if you're not used to it. So
Well,
like,
I know
but
I'm coming at it from a hurt place. So
yeah,
you're right.
Mm.
yeah,
So,
and me too. I know what that's like. So
Yeah.
that's why I was really like connected with that question. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I get it.
But yes, I see what you mean though, Boogie, because yeah, if you're coming at it from a hurt place, somebody's trying to be nice to you. I
Right.
mean, it's like you know the difference though. I feel like it's
True.
discernment,
Mhm.
that God has given us a spirit of discernment,
Yes.
and that and we're not always when we're younger, maybe not tuned into that discernment,
Mhm.
but that's what I hope I can be tuned into now is that discernment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And after like a date or two, I think you would know whether it was genuine or whatever.
Mhm.
Just because somebody gives you a compliment doesn't mean they're love bombing you. I
Right.
don't do that, but it's like
Yeah.
you can just kind of tell if it's excessive.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing I found that what I found kind of on the dating app, I only use one. Hannah's like, "Mom, you shouldn't give up yet," but I'm like, the thing I didn't really get was like you could text somebody, just normal small talk, and then you don't hear anything back for 24 hours. Or
Oh.
somebody answers you or asks you a question. You answer the question. Yes, I like da 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 da. Then a couple of days go by. Then they hit you back up. I'm like, what the heck is that? And the kids say, oh, Mom, that's slow dating. I'm like, I'm too old to slow date.
Me and you in the same boat, Miss Nancy, because even when I was on dating apps, I said the exact thing. God is my witness. I said these conversations are dry. I can't take it. I'll uninstall it. Like, I'm like, are you serious? Like, are you trying to get to know somebody or not?
Look, do you want to go out or not? Look, do you want to hook up or not?
Right.
Let's go. Let's go.
We don't got time for this.
I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you smell like. Let's just go. I was so tempted.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I hear you. I get it.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, it's funny because I have never did one of them dating apps, so it's so funny. It sounds like a fun time to me.
It could
Yeah.
be fun. I've heard
Oh,
people
no.
say, "Oh, it's so fun."
Oh no.
That's why I was so conflicted about it for so long. I was like, oh no.
Because that would be me. I would be the one that wouldn't respond until like 2 days thinking it's normal because that's me.
Yeah.
And the whole time that's wrong.
But I'm talking about like asking a question that needs an answer right away. It's like
Mhm.
then you're like crickets for 2 days. Like, oh, whatever.
Or it's
I don't
real
care about
basic.
that.
And, yeah.
I can be alone. I don't need this. I just want to go out and have some fun. Okay.
Right.
I know that's right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm trying. So, do they have like in where you're at? Do they have anything like sometimes speed dating? Do you know?
I think they do.
Would
I
you
think
ever
I should do
do
something
that?
like that? I tried church, but I was a bunch of old fuddy-duddies in there.
Would you consider speed dating?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm really shy. And I'm really like, introverted and a homebody sort of. It's like hard for me to force myself to do something like that. But I guess I would do it. And I don't drink anymore, so I have no liquid encouragement or anything. So I would just have to go there and be weird, I guess. I don't know. I'd probably do it though.
Yeah, but I would think that's what would get you your person because you're being yourself and not, going there on the free part. What it is? What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah,
like
you're
false
not.
expectation.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you're.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like you don't have the liquid courage in you, so that's making you be somebody who you're not.
Mhm.
You're going there being yourself.
I want to go speed dating with Mama Bowman.
Oh,
we could like,
don't give us no idea.
Y'all gonna shut it down.
we could encourage each other, you know. And
Yeah.
we could be like, I'd be like, okay, go, mom. That one's for you, and she'd
Yeah.
be like, you go get that one. He's cute.
That would be so cool.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Uh-huh.
It would be.
Would you do a blind date?
Mm.
Yeah, sure. Like if it was somebody that I trusted was fixing me up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blind dates work. I wouldn't say it was a date, but that's how I met my husband. It was like a blind setup.
Oh, so.
Yeah, it was a blind setup. A friend of mine, I think I told this story before, but I'm gonna do the fast version. A friend of mine told me, she was like, so I have somebody for you. He's a really nice guy. He got a job. Blah, blah, just went on. So she was like, they play basketball at night. I'm gonna call you. So she called me, and when he came, I knew who he was. I knew of him, but I didn't know him. And I was like, I know him. And he was like, I know you. And my friend was like, so you're not going to exchange phone numbers? And he was like, oh, I'm going to get her number. So, but it was kind of like a blind date because I didn't know who she was trying to set me up with. Right. And I just went. So, blind dates can work.
Yeah, see there?
The best thing ever, too, right?
The best thing ever.
See? Look. See, so y'all hear that, man? Look.
And now he's
on that blind date. That might be your husband.
Yeah, now he's Mr. Oh So Ravishing.
There you go. Shout out to Mr. Ravishing.
Mr. Ravishing. That sounds like a wrestler.
That is funny. So don't sleep on the blind dates, okay?
Exactly.
Okay.
Would you? I have a quick question. It just so you have children, Miss Nancy.
Yes.
We on Love Talk. What's the love talk like with your children? Are you concerned for them with their love life? Like, what's that like? Being that you've been through different stuff.
Both of my children. You mean their relationships?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, they're both in happy relationships. Yeah.
Good.
Praise
that's
God.
what we want for our kids. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my daughter is getting married in December. She's getting married December 7th, and I'm going to live stream it on my channel.
Oh, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
So we're all invited to the wedding.
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
See? Love Talk exclusive. See y'all? Look.
Exactly.
Right here.
Exclusive.
I love it.
Yes,
That's awesome.
I bet you that's exciting.
It is. Yeah. It's a lot. We've got a lot to do, but it's fun and exciting. My little girl deserves it, and it's going to be great.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Let me see what I want to ask Miss Nancy. Okay, let's just say you meet a guy, okay, and he's a nice guy, he's independent, he's funny, he confident, all the above, your list. And his job relocates him, or he doesn't live down here, he lives somewhere else. Would you move away for love?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No. I'm just dating right now anyway. But I like where I am.
Okay.
Unless it's like, I always wanted to live near the ocean.
So would you say no because you are older? Like if you were younger, would you move away for love?
No, I don't think so. It would depend on the circumstances, I think.
Okay.
It would really.
Miss Do It Yourself said she would before when she was on our show. She said,
"Yeah,
I saw her say that.
Yeah, yeah, because your person might not be in your area, or your state, So that's why I asked.
Well, he can come on down here.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but he's not on Love Talk, so I couldn't ask him. But he can move to Georgia.
Or if he's in California, he can come on over here.
Oh, California, okay.
I personally would relocate because I'm not really locked into my state like that. I'm
Yeah.
a remote worker too, so it's really easy for me
Right.
to
That
make
would
that
be
leap if
easy.
I
Yeah.
decided. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
love my family. I don't know if I could. I just don't think I could leave my family.
Long as my mama going, and you know,
Oh, we know Mama Bowman is coming.
Well, she
yeah.
would go with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
she'd be on that
Okay.
airplane.
We'll
Okay.
work it out.
So I'm gonna ask this, Miss Nancy, because I know you said you wouldn't want to leave your family. Okay. But your family have their family and they're happy with their mates.
Yeah.
What about Mama Nancy though? Like, I'm pretty sure your kids want their mom to be happy, whatever that happiness is. And if that happiness is having a person who loves their mom and treat their mom how she's supposed to be treated, they wouldn't mind if their mom had to move to the next city or, the state over or wherever it may be.
No, I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Yes.
But you still wouldn't do that for.
I just like where I am, I guess.
Okay.
But it's not a absolute no. I mean, just like I said, it would depend on the circumstances.
Okay. So it's not a hard no. It's
Not a hard no.
Open. Okay.
yeah. Okay. So you're open. Well, we're gonna pray for a man that lives in Georgia.
Oh, thank you,
Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh,
She can make some
It's
of
a
them delicious
rainy
mild hot
night in
biscuits.
Georgia.
There you go.
Mhm.
Sing it, Miss
Them-
Nancy.
yeah, sing it. Okay.
Mama said, "Pack up and go."
Hmm.
Mama
Oh.
riding out.
I hear you, Mama.
Mama said, I'm out of here. Mama said, Boogie gonna have to follow me.
That's
You had to come visit at Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Your Hannah says, "Mama knows I go with her wherever." That's so sweet.
Oh,
See? You heard
that
it.
is.
Shout out to Hannah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That is sweet.
Thank you all for being here.
Yes. Shout out to the heartbeats, the chat.
All right.
Let's
Shout
see
out
if we-
to the chat.
see.
I think
Okay.
this is in response to the love bombing thing Mama said.
Okay.
What did she say? She said, "The thing is, I believe actions speak louder than words. Anybody can say things like, 'You're beautiful, I love you,' but prove it."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
true.
Amen.
That's right.
That
Mama.
is so true.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Actions, exactly. Actions speak
Actions.
louder than words.
That's right. I agree.
That's right.
I think everybody agrees.
Mm-hmm.
And Anisha the Beautiful says
That's
some
my
people
Anisha.
move too fast and that's a turn off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That is true.
Too fast. Yeah. Too.
Yeah, I'm like, but you leaving tomorrow? Like, why you moving so fast? Like,
I know.
What you hiding? Oh my goodness.
let's see.
Brit Family Fun says, "I love Miss Nancy."
I know.
I love you too,
Oh.
Yolanda.
Yes, we love Nancy doll.
Okay.
So I don't think we asked this question. Miss Nancy, what would be the age range? What is the youngest and the oldest man you would date?
60 to 70.
60 to 70. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 60 to 70.
No younger?
No.
No younger. Okay.
No.
Okay. I don't know, Miss Nancy, 'cause you
Even
just so
60 would be too young for me, honestly. but-
really.
You think 60
Yeah.
would be too young?
Yeah, because I would say more. I would go there if it was felt right or something. But really, like 65. That's kind of shortening it up a lot. But I just want somebody close to my age.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, 60 would be like I would feel like a cougar. I think.
Really?
I'm old.
No.
Oh, okay. So maybe 60, but 65 to 70.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. 65 to 70-year-olds.
But go ahead and say 60.
Okay. 60 to 70. That's better.
Okay.
So does it matter? Because now we're like into 60 to 75 or 70. Okay. Does it matter if the guy now lives with his daughter or his son?
No.
Could you no? Okay. So they just
I love families together.
okay.
My family lives together and we're so happy.
Okay.
I love family. The more the better.
Yeah. Me too. That's
Yeah.
how I am too. I'm like, "Ah, I don't want my children to leave. I want them to stay with me
I know,
forever."
forever.
And my husband like, no, they got to get out.
Gotta go.
You're 18. Get out.
He said, time to go.
He's like, they're not gonna never leave if you keep staying.
And
But I
have
think it's
brothers-
just the mother, the mother in me.
exactly. And I have brothers that I like to go over and see, and I just love family. I just and if they want to bring on the kids, the grandkids, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
I love it.
I love it.
I like it.
Oh, look what Hannah says.
What you said.
Y'all hook mama up. We
No.
gotta find her a man.
Oh my God.
We on the job. We on the job.
We're on it, Hannah. We're on it.
Oh God, that's so funny.
You know?
He's
Peyton
amazing.
Samuel says, this was earlier in the chat. He said, exactly. Be friends, become boyfriend, girlfriend, get engaged, and then get married.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
Well,
agree.
At least the first couple of them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. If marriage is your goal, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
That's what I did. I was,
Yeah.
I was scared to get married. I'm not gonna say I wasn't. I really was. My husband kept asking, and I was like, only because a lot of people that I knew that were married was like, my mom, my dad, like older people. Some of my siblings was married, but a lot of people my age or younger,
Yeah.
they wasn't really staying married.
Yeah. I
And
know.
I was like, when I want to get married, I want to get married, and that's it.
Yes.
And that's why I was so scared to get married. And I remember this older lady telling me, she was like, the way you go into your marriage, that's how your marriage is going to be.
Yeah.
If you're having all these problems prior to your marriage, when you get married, they're not going to disappear. They're going to
That's
be
right.
there, and they're
That's
going to be, worse. So she said, don't be scared to get married because their story is not your story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of woke something up inside of me. And I was like, okay, let me give it a try. And
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Aren't you glad you did?
I am.
Yeah.
I am glad I did, because the next time of me saying, wait, could have been my husband could have been like, you know what? I'm out of here.
She's playing it. I'm trying to make her my wife.
Yeah, I'm not confident with this girl. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. But yeah. This was
Welcome, Crystal.
Oh, hey, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, everyone in the chat. Oh, Release to the Grease is in here. Hey, Release to the Grease. Oh, everybody.
Hello.
To see Nancy doll.
What advice, Miss Nancy, would you, if any, would you give to other women around your age that might be, because it seems to me that you have an openness to companionship. So what about women that might be around your age that are just like, I ain't messing with that love stuff. It ain't for me. I'm just gonna be there for my kids and that's it.
Well, if they feel like that, and they're happy with that, that's one thing. But if you just feel like, you couldn't do it, or you're too embarrassed, or you're too scared, or whatever, I would say just do it. That's what I'm trying to do. is just do it, and see how it goes. I feel like if I go on one date, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to feel like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
So, and it's out of my comfort zone, but I would really, I want that. I want to enjoy some companionship so much that I will go out of my comfort zone and try to do it. So that's my advice. Just do it.
This is a question I think we have asked some of our guests, but we didn't ask you. What made you start a YouTube channel? Did we ask Miss? We didn't, right?
No, I don't think you did. Just one day. Well, my mother had passed, and I was, grieving, just really, really hard grieving, and for quite a while. And then I just was sitting around feeling sorry for myself and not really doing anything. And I thought, when I was holding my phone and scrolling on YouTube, you know how you just scroll. Yeah. And I accidentally hit that little plus button and it said, upload a video. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me get out of this right quick, And then I thought, hey, maybe I should upload a video. Mm-hmm. So I think a couple of days went past, and then, I just took the phone and made a video and uploaded it. I just made a video about, I'm feeling depressed today, about feeling older. And at that time I was looking really, really old and tired, because grieving does that to you. Mm-hmm. It just makes you so tired and just, like downcast. And I made the video and posted it, and then that's kind of on after that. I started thinking maybe some other people are feeling this way too. If I make videos about things I'm feeling, maybe it'll help somebody. So that's how it started rolling.
Okay. Yeah.
What advice would you give someone your age now, or the age you were when you started your YouTube channel, that's thinking about starting a YouTube channel? What advice would you give that person?
I would say just make a video and start. That's what I did. And then you just start trying to learn what you can learn, and learn as you go. And you don't have to necessarily pick a niche to begin with. That'll come as you go. And just start researching, just start making videos and posting them. Mm-hmm. And learn as you go.
That's right. Learn as you go, like we all did.
Yeah, I haven't even been on here a year, so I still don't know how to do a lot of stuff, but I'm still learning. Mm-hmm. And it's a process that I'm really enjoying. So that's what I would tell anybody, is just do it. And you're not too old. Nobody's too old. There's 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like everybody has something to offer. Everybody does. And because you don't get a lot of views to begin with, you don't get a lot of subscribers, or it's really slow growing, that's okay. Just keep going. Just keep going. And don't worry about it. That algorithm has to learn who you are. It has to learn who to put your videos out to. It may take a while, but just don't get discouraged, and keep making videos and keep uploading them.
That is so right. And Nemo, I don't know if he put this video up today, but I watched a video of his today, and he was saying the exact same thing about keep going. Even if one person if you feel like nobody is watching, one person, just keep going. So yes.
Because I've had a few people, more than a few people, tell me that I helped them, or that I made them feel better. Mm-hmm. So if I die right now, I've been successful on YouTube, because I made, a few people. I've helped some people.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's my whole perspective. So
that is so right.
And a lot of YouTubers that I watched from back in the day, like, their channels have grown a lot since then, but I connected with them not as a YouTuber, but just as a viewer, when their channels was much smaller, because I just liked their heart and who they were. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, this time right now makes a difference. Even if your views are not big, like, people are really connecting with you, and it's really making an impact. So
It's my channel has grown very slowly, and I'm happy with that. That's okay with me. And you know, I'm grateful for every view I get, every
Mm-hmm.
thumbs up. I'm just like, thank you, God.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same, 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 same.
Mhm.
So before we end, sis always asks this question.
Oh.
Do you know what
um
the question is that
y-
you always ask, I guess?
yeah. Do you have anything coming up next that we should be on alert for? Anything you want to share?
Um. Well, you know, YouTube wise, I've challenged myself to a 7-day positivity challenge that's going to come out on Monday, and I'm trying to every day. I'm not going to say something negative. I find myself complaining, you know, like, oh, my toe hurts, my hip hurts. Oh, it's so hot outside. Oh, why are you doing that? Blah, blah. You know, it's just like almost like an automatic thing that I do, a subconscious thing. I'm like, I'm got to catch myself because I'm so tired of doing that. I don't want to be giving off this negative vibe. So I'm challenging myself, and I'm going to do some updates on it and things that I'm doing, and, you know, follow up videos on it to let you know how I'm doing, because I just want to give out a high, you know, chill vibe. I don't want to be going around, you know, grumbly old lady, you know. So that's what I got coming up is my 7-day positivity challenge.
I love
I love
it.
it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
And
join in on that. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
mindful of that. Like, let me not
mm-hmm.
complain about stuff.
And you know, it's another thing. I know you guys are trying to go, but
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're
there's
good.
another thing that you know, when we are all friends on here and we are connected to each other, and I know we are all trying to get around to each other. It's hard sometimes, but we know that we're there for each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like we kind of get on this same level, this same vibration where we're kind of all thinking alike. I've noticed, like with a few people, we even put out the same subject video. We haven't talked about it. We haven't even, it won't even necessarily be trending. It'll just be something that we're all on this sort of the same
Mm-hmm.
train of thought, you know?
Yeah.
And that is so good in this world. If we're all on that high vibration, we're all, you know, we're all loving each other and caring about each other. We're crossing boundaries of, you know, there's no hate. That's life changing. That's world changing, you know?
Yeah.
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 It's beautiful. It
Yeah.
really is.
I agree. And to piggyback off of what y'all both of y'all was saying about, just sometimes saying something negative or whatever, like Miss Nancy, you said you do it kind of like often. You're
Yeah.
trying to change, but it's gonna take a little while. So
Yes.
what you can do when you do feel yourself saying something, like you say, oh, my toe hurts. You might say, oh, my toe hurts, but after you say that, you can say, but I'm healed, healthy, whole, and strong. Just
That's
finish it
right.
Yes.
with something
Right.
positive,
That's
Hmm.
what
until you start getting in the rhythm of
right.
just speaking positive all the time.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. I'm going to
Love
keep
that.
a journal, and every time I say something or even think it, I'm going to write
Mm-hmm.
down in this journal a something I'm thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Or like if it's something like an ache, like what could I do about that? Maybe I can move more, you know. So just keep a journal of those things
I
because
love
Yeah.
that.
I want to really change.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just say something positive behind it, because I know um I'm a very positive person, but sometimes I could be like, oh, something, and then
Yeah.
I would have to come back and be like, I'm healed, healthy, whole, and strong,
Thank
from the
you.
That's
crown of
Yeah.
right.
my head to the soles of my feet. I just have to say something positive behind
That's
it.
almost like a
Mhm.
mantra. That's good.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm healed, health. What is it? Healed,
Whole
I'm
and
healed,
strong.
healthy, whole, and strong.
okay, I'm
I
gonna
love
remember
it.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. I
that.
say it all the time. I'm healed, healthy, whole, and strong from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. You
Yes.
know,
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, that's excellent. Thank you for sharing that.
No
Yes, that's
problem.
awesome.
Yes. I want to go. Okay, because I saw we had some comments. Oh, homestead made easy said the community aspect of YouTube is just so great. Great live today, ladies.
Thank
Oh,
you, Jordan
thank
Homestead.
you. Yes. Oh, Anisha the beautiful. I enjoyed the live stream, ladies.
Oh, thank you, Anisha.
Thank you,
Oh,
Nisha.
thank you.
I love her.
Me too. Me
Yeah, she's
too.
awesome.
I see fishy things in the house.
Fishy.
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 He done
Fishy
swam up in the
thing.
chat.
Fishy thing.
Fishy. I don't know. Is it Keaton? I don't know who he's talking to.
I think Miss Nancy.
Do you have a name or could I call you mine?
Look, see, they coming already, Miss Nancy.
Well, me and Boogie, we both have a person. So
Spoken for.
I think he's talking to you, Boogie.
no. No. Boogie
He's
is
talking
off
to you,
the
Miss
market.
Nancy.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
She is off the market. Oh, well, this was another oh so great Boogie Live.
I had fun, guys.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did
we enjoyed you.
great.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Miss
you.
Nancy.
You did great. And thank you, chat. Thank y'all.
Enjoy y'all 4th of July weekend next week.
Y'all too.
Yes, we'll be off next week because the 4th of July, but we'll be back the week after.
Love talk, it's love talk with also boogie.